Ladies and gentlemen, we are here doing another Doodle Diary today. If you've not already guessed by the title, which I just realized, it has a title on it. I don't keep it shrouded in mystery. But this is, in fact, a Boba Fett, my favorite bounty hunter. Yeah, I think he is. I don't really care for Dog the Bounty Hunter. He's terrible. His fashion sense is atrocious. His flesh looks reminiscent to some form of burnt, crispy leather of some sort. I guess it's because he's always out and about. And this vlog started off me trash talking Dog the Bounty Hunter. Anyway, no, whatever. To each their own. But yeah, his fashion sense isn't necessarily the best. But Boba Fett sure is. Because look at that helmet, everyone. I believe the helmet is the mystery, and the helmet, the design. That's what everybody likes. I like the helmet. That's the draw here. The design of it. He's a bounty hunter. He sounds cool, and he's a space bounty hunter. I think that's where that Dog the Bounty Hunter. If he was a space bounty hunter, people would respect him more, and he really could. He could benefit from having a helmet. Because I'm not saying the fellow is ugly. I'm just saying that he's not gonna be on the cover of GQ anytime soon, unless of course they're like he does something terrible or something great. Maybe he saves someone from a burning train full of aliens, and they decide to talk about him in on the cover. But normally they don't just choose randomly like that. I love the way I tried to give an opportunity for him to actually get on the cover. It's because Dog the Bounty Hunter. I don't really know. I don't keep up with him. Is he still around? All right, let's give Boba Fett some damn respect here and talk about him. Boba Fett doesn't talk much. If I recall. I don't think he does. I know I'm going to catch some flack if he has. I'm sure he's talked in the comic books and some of the books in, the extended universe, I should say. I'm sure Boba Fett has had his day talking, unless they go, Boba Fett looks quietly and says absolutely nothing. But we could tell he was thinking, I'm going to shoot this guy with my laser through his leg, cut his throat, and hook him to my ship and fly him through deep space. Maybe that. Maybe they have like an inner monologue, not actually speaking. But I think he would have a pretty good voice. Maybe a smooth voice. Maybe not a voice at all. Maybe a gravelly voice. Like a voice that only is heard when you've really done some stuff. Or maybe if, he's ordering at a fast food space place, I guess. But you don't know him then. I'm sure he probably takes his helmet off occasionally. Or he has like a formal helmet. Of course, that's always something. I would probably have a formal helmet. You don't want to... It's like that, the bounty hunter helmet is his thing. Like football players, they wear helmets when they're, on the gridiron. But I'm sure Boba Fett likes to take it off. Unless he's got some really cool, like, air conditioning in there or something. Maybe he's horribly maimed. I'm sure he's not. And we'll know from the diehard Star Wars fans. And I'm a Star Wars fan. The originals. The newer ones. I think lacked just a tiny bit. I don't know. I'm on the fence about the CG they've used in those movies. They really did poorly, and I know they were doing with what they could at the time. And Star Wars, it's nothing to sneeze over. It's got fat stacks of cash available, so I'm sure they could get some people who are ahead of the game to do some sweet computer animation, but they didn't really do good, in my opinion. It looked a whole lot terrible. I like practical effects, because I like creating monsters. I do puppets and things like that, so I guess I'm one of those on the practical effects side. I love to create things, and with a computer, it's good. It's good to create things, but I don't know. I mean, I've created some stuff, and I don't know. I've not created any, like, crazy amounts of monsters or anything, but I would feel that it would, in my opinion, it would feel a little bit better to make it physical in the real world. Not only do you get to look at it, you get to, it's when your hard drive crashes, it doesn't disappear. course, a meteor could crash through your house or something and destroy it. But that'd be quite a hard drive crash right there, a reality drive crash. But yeah, I'm a practical effects guy. You could tell. You knew that. You knew before I don't dabble that deep in it. I mean, I love the concept art. I love to draw. But, I don't know, physical stuff. I like to make those monsters. And I hear that the new Star Wars movie is going to lean in that direction. They're going to try practical effects. There's going to be practical, as much as they can. Of course, there's going to be computer animation. There's going to have to be. And I'm good with that. Maybe they really put forth an effort with the space and the lasers and the cool stuff. And that looks, really good. But as far as Yoda, and monsters like that, I love to see them practical. Because you can do lots. I don't think people realize what is capable. Search some practical effects. Look at things, look at creations, and look at the way they shoot them. And it's amazing what they can do with that. And I think it actually is cool. Harbinger Down is a movie coming out. Was it Studio ADI, I think is the name of the group. They actually raised money to do a full-blown practical effects movie. If you've not seen that, I'll link it below. But those guys, do great work. They're professionals. They've done countless movies, and I'm not going to even begin to try to think of those, but there's a bunch of them. There's so many. So you need to go check them out. They're great dudes. They got a YouTube channel. I'll link that too. But I'm sure they need no help on that end. They probably get plenty of the big celebrities and stuff that they've worked with and turned into monsters and creatures helping them. So, but still, the point is they're doing one because they're showing you they can. And I really think, Hollywood is a very money-hungry organization out there. And whatever's quickest, whatever could be cheapest, whatever's fastest, whatever they think, they can be easily manipulated by fads and trends and what they think, what's going to make the most money. But really, I heard them debate on this. And there's one of the videos in the Studio ADI's YouTube. They talk about this in full. They talk about where practical effects are not always more expensive. They can be done cheap and cheaper sometimes than the computer animation. And of course, computer animation, with computers and stuff, those cost a lot of money. And of course, I don't even know the half of it, but these guys really know the full story, and it's great to listen to that. I listened to that the other day while I was sketching some artwork I like to do, working on some designs and things, maybe some T-shirts in the future. But I really think that we need to, and there's bound to be a new. When it becomes out of style, and then people try to reutilize it, it may take someone as big as Spielberg or something to come out of the woodwork and go, I want to do some, throw this computer shit out. Let's do some practical effects. Let's get some sculpting in here. Let's get some things done. And then people will be like, oh, I love practical effects, because you gotta make Hollywood make them think it's like their idea. Like if you got somebody, that you go out to eat with and stuff, and you gotta make it their idea, so that way they'll, feel comfortable doing it. Because if you were to just say it outright, they wouldn't do it. You know those kind of people, and that's what Hollywood executives are. They love their yachts, their, helicopters and personal jets, and I don't know, their Perrier water fountains and the fancy stuff. They live in large. They get to eat, the best peanut butter and jelly. Not like me, but they enjoy that, and they want to keep that lifestyle, and they play it too safe. And I think you shouldn't play it safe in the world of creating things. You should go all out and try and want to fail. You should love, to fail, because it means you're trying something new you're not comfortable with. And I think they should try to do that, because it's not like it's not been done. It's just been done shitty. Like there's a lot of movies that do it wrong. There's a lot of movies who, they try to lump, practical effects in with cheap independent stuff, but it's not. It is absolutely not. And if, by me talking about this, it may change your mind into the practical effects field, then so be it. I've done my duty. One person down. Tell me if you have had a revelation. But I think there is a necessary renaissance in practical effects. They need to have a rebirth of sorts. They need to breathe new technology into it. And there is. It's not like it's not happening. There's people just like me who have far more advanced techniques when it comes to practical effects and puppetry and things like that, who are just pushing it forward. But the thing is no one wants to get on board because they're afraid it may cost more money. And at the end of the day, they would rather make that crocodile bite that man in half CG, as opposed to making a corpse that looks realistic with silicones and a giant crocodile puppet to look legitimate. I mean, there's countless ways of doing it, but they want to try to do it the way that they think's cheapest. So we've got to slowly mention practical effects and get Hollywood realizing that there is a want to see Yoda puppets. There is a want to see, crazy monsters, built gigantic. And this was a great topic we got started. And I didn't even plan this. I didn't plan to talk about this. We started about Boba Fett, talked about Star Wars. I'm excited about the Star Wars movie because I hope it's done real well. We deserve one done real well because a lot of them, whether it be with choice of actors or the portraying of some beloved characters that we had already thought up in our mind, because when you love something, and, I know a lot of people may have this problem with Game of Thrones. I've not read the books, so whatever they feed me on the movie, on the TV show and the movie, as I've not really give it much thought. So, I've not had a previous expectations. But I know a lot of people had problems, because you have, you read this and you think about, I wonder what young Anakin's going to look like. I wonder what I wonder what young Yoda's going to look like. And then they take it and they just hand you a load of, shit. I'm sure it would upset you. I mean, I went into it and I was still upset, and I didn't have, I didn't eat, sleep, and breathe Star Wars. I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong. It's a revolutionary movie, but it was upsetting for me, and I mourn for you who truly were upset because you wanted it. You wanted it so bad. But there we go. We finished it. The markers, I love the way this turned out. I didn't go any thick lines. It turned out great. He's shooting the rocket. Some of you may think he's farting, but he has a jetpack, guys. Get over yourself. I want you to hit the thumbs up button if you love Star Wars, if you love Boba Fett, if you don't want to be bounty hunted. You're seeing right now is a bunch of wondrous videos that I've also done that you may not be familiar with. Uther, Murlocs. Go check those out. I talk about crazy stuff on there. Thumbs it up. Tell me what you want to see in the Star Wars movie, and what is your favorite movie that has a heavy amount of practical effects. I think, I remember Gremlins was a good one. But there's so many. Go check it out, and you guys have a great day or night. Cue the music.